Hey everybody,
Hello.
we are finally back to Final Fantasy IV, the After Years.
He says finally, and he's been stringing out the uploads like there's no time passed at all.
Well,
Unlike me, who's like, upload. Uh-oh.
yeah, I don't even know if I uploaded the part right before this yet. I guess I paced them out really good.
Yeah, I think I have 3 more Wild Arms ones, and then I'm out.
Anyways, Spoonie's on a trip to the Antlion Cave because his new girl has come down with desert fever again, mirroring the original game. Well, here I am, the Antlion's den. Somewhere deep in this cave, the antlion should begin laying its eggs when the moon is full.
Determination. Yeah, I've got one more batch of Wild Arms videos I can upload.
So yeah, we'll need to get back to that too. For those of you not in the know, it has actually been like, I don't know, at least a month or two since since we've really done a lot of recording of both this game and Wild Arms 2.
Yeah, that whole month we were finishing the paperwork for the house and moving in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any time to do group stuff. And now we're just kind of getting back into the regular swing of things, so...
We were last time in Wild Arms 2. We were at that was it Lily's Village?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. And then I found out that there's an all or a group attack magic that Tim can learn, but you have to use the crests more than what I thought you did. So, Yay for learning 18-year-old game mechanics. Right? Or did that one come out in 2000? That might be a 2000 one.
It was either 1999 or 2000 that game came out.
Nope, 2000. According to the back of the case. So, speaking of games that are like 20 years old, Jade picked up the remake of Metroid 2.
Yep, I just got that earlier today. I've been having a harder time at that than I expected I would. I mean, yeah, the game is mostly a remake of Metroid 2, but they add in a whole bunch of new mechanics, which are making things quite a bit more interesting. Like, there's I almost want to say a quick time mechanic, where like when enemies will attack you and they'll like flash for a minute and a spark appears above them, and you have like a second to press a button which causes you to do like a melee attack to knock them away, which then puts them in a vulnerable state, which you can get a lot of good hits in. So, if you're not real good at that sort of thing, I found myself taking a lot of really cheap hits. even dying several times to the Alpha Metroids, which I know sounds a little embarrassing if you've only played the original Metroid 2, but if you play Samus Returns, you might understand a little bit more where I'm coming from.
Oh, you should have saw me playing AM2R, dude. It was pretty bad.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah. but I'm terrible
Yeah.
at those type of games, so...
As you asked me before, the jury's still out on whether I would consider another Metroid 2 remake or Samus Returns to be the superior remake of Metroid 2. I mean, so far they've both been good. Again, I haven't played through Samus Returns all the way, but overall I like what I've seen so far. It's hard to really call it just yet.
Mm-hmm. I prefer the Game Boy graphics.
Yeah, I mean the old 8-bit Game Boy still has lots of charm.
I guess I should say I prefer the AM2R graphics, the Game Boy Advance style.
Yes.
He was going for. In the original Samus 2, she looks like a frickin' linebacker.
Well, I mean, she does have those big honking shoulder pads on her.
Yeah.
Armor. But yeah, you mean with like the almost, well, AM2R was, it seemed like almost a hybrid of trying to go for a Super Metroid and the Metroid Fusion style.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which I know there's the Metroid Fusion style has been a bit polarizing. Some people like it, some people really don't like it. I didn't mind it so much. I didn't mind Metroid Fusion.
Anything looks better than Metroid 1, that's for sure.
I still have a lot of love for the original NES Metroid, although I can kind of see why at this point people would look back on it and say it hasn't aged very well.
Graphically, it hasn't.
Yeah, graphically, like a lot of rooms look the same, so it's very easy to get lost. There's no in-game map. When you die, you start back at the beginning of whatever region you died in with only 30 hit points. So you usually have to find some spot to grind health again. It can be a little bothersome.
I do like the name of the morph ball in the first game, though.
Oh yeah, Marumari.
Mm-hmm.
That was what the original manual called it. But then every game after that just called it Morph Ball.
Japanese meaning to roll into a ball. It just sounds a lot cooler than Morph Ball.
Well, at least here, Spoonie is just tearing his way through most of these enemies here.
What level was he when we got him?
I don't remember. Like at the very beginning of the chapter.
Like just before you grind it up.
Oh, I don't remember.
Because I feel like this would be really hard if you were any lower in level. Because it's just him.
Well, when we did this dungeon in the original game, we had Cecil and Rydia in the group too, and they were the ones able to deal most of the damage, while Edward was more like just more
healer.
More support.
So, speaking of new Nintendo games, What are you thinking of Breath of the Wild?
Oh, Breath of the Wild has been fun so far. As I mean, people have already made the comparison many times to it pretty much being Skyrim in the Legend of Zelda universe.
What do you think about the stamina circle?
I mean, it can make things kind of difficult sometimes. I mean, it pretty much the way you power yourself up in that game is it's kind of like there are like these shrines all throughout the game where they have like a short trial, and if you complete that trial, you get a spirit stone. For every 4 spirit stones, you get to trade it in at one of the goddess statues you can find at various locations, and you can get either like a heart container, like you would trade the heart container pieces for, or an addition to your stamina bar. So you're kind of given that choice there, whether you want more health or more stamina. Which, so far for me, I've kind of been trying to just keep it evened out. Although I'm still not super far into the game. I'm only at one of the legendary beasts so far. It's very easy to die in that game, as again, people
noticed. So I watched a couple videos on it.
Yeah, you can probably look up like Breath of the Wild ways to die, and there's you could probably be watching for a pretty long time.
Yeah, I don't know that I would enjoy it too much.
I've heard very mixed opinions on Breath of the Wild. Some people absolutely love it and say it's like probably the best Zelda to date. And others who say they're not as impressed, saying that they actually prefer a more... They don't like the wide open, non-linear style and prefer something more like Ocarina of Time or Link to the Past.
I don't know.
I can kind of see both sides, because if you think the original Legend of Zelda was very wide open, it gave you like very little direction as to where to go, and pretty much left you to your own devices as to where to go next. You didn't even have to complete the dungeons the dungeons were numbered, but you didn't have to complete them in linear order.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
So yeah, I had actually liked the idea of seeing a new Zelda game in that style, where you could pretty much just do it in whatever order you want. I thought that A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS did a really good job of that. And then, like I said, with Breath of the Wild, they just pretty much went hog wild as far as opening up the world and just giving you completely free reign. Which, again, some people have said they didn't like that, not being able to know where to go or what to do.
Mm-hmm. My two favorite Zeldas are pretty linear, so...
Ah.
Link's Awakening and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, again, Link's Awakening is still my all-time favorite. Possibly, partially nostalgia, partially just,
It's awesome.
no, yeah.
Like, it's open, but it's not open. You can go anywhere you want, but eventually you're gonna hit a wall.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, and then you'll figure out what to do. So
Yeah, and most of the other Zelda games are like that too, where it is pretty open, but it's still kind of makes almost like a Metroid, where you have to find like certain items to progress and to be able to get to like where you're supposed to go next, and they kind of have it set up where you have to follow a specific order, unless you do some kind of game-breaking exploit to sequence break.
Yeah. Well, in Awakening, you had that whole trading minigame thing that you had to do to progress at certain points.
Yeah. And that was the first game in the series to have a trading sequence, which was kind of cool. And then almost every Zelda after that would follow suit with its own trading sequence.
I don't think any of them were quite as in depth as that one, because I mean that trading sequence pretty much goes through the whole game almost.
Yeah, it does. I am seeing quite a few antlions here. I'm not liking the look of this. A boulder rests here. Okay.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Do we have to pick fights with all the antlions? So the antlion truly doesn't lay its eggs until a full moon. Oh, we have to. Oh yeah, the stupid moon sequence.
How many tents you got? Where's that save point at?
I have 11 tents, but did I even see this? Was the save point even up here?
There was one. I saw you walk past it.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where the hell it was, but I saw you walk past one.
It should have been up here. At least that's where it is in the original game. Okay, yeah, here it is.
There we go. So what are we at? Waning? You pretty much have to go through a full cycle then.
Oh boy. Yeah, completely forgot about that. This game and this is probably the, you know, again, a lot of people shit on this game. I didn't mind it so much, except for the moon sequence. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes.
Well, that's why I haven't recorded any more Legacy of Kain.
Does it do something similar?
To get all the power-ups and stuff, which I guess you don't really need, but to get the super power-ups, you have to wait until it has a full moon. Which is you have to just sit there and wait on the screen for it to pass time. And I'm at the point where I can get a bunch of the power-ups, and I want to get them before I continue, but then it's really hard to bring myself to have the game open and sit there.
I thought you were a vampire in that game, not a werewolf.
You are. But there's these special doors that won't open up unless it's a full moon. But you're an old school vampire, so one of your powers is wolf form.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, did we just
You just went up and took it.
Yeah, we didn't have to fight the antlion. Okay, I'll take it.
Well, that was easy. That's weird.
I guess the game was merciful enough to not make Edgar have to solo fight an antlion on his own.
Yeah. Every time I think of an antlion in a Final Fantasy game, I just think of the one in 9.
Yes. You know, that if you think about that one was really kind of a shout out to 4.
Yeah, I hadn't played 4 when I played 9 though.
Especially since, you know, a prince is involved in that scene as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that antlion shit all over my face though. Like, it was bad. First time I fought it, it was just like... It's like, okay,
yeah.
Well, that's great.
I'm still looking forward to eventually LPing Final Fantasy IX. I'll just have to wait until I don't have so many RPGs on my plate at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're, I think it's the next part in 6 is where I quit playing. Like, you have to go through a fire cave or mountain or tunnel or something.
Yeah, to the sealed cave.
That's where I quit playing.
Yeah. Yeah, right now, at the point where I'm at, I'm kind of... I do what I do a lot of... most of the time when I play that game is I spend a good bit of time grinding up spells and whatnot. Like, also rages for Gao, since, you know, this is the first I have access to the Veldet.
Mm-hmm.
Since you know, when he first joined us. So I'm kind of just taking my time with that, doing more. Been doing more Final Fantasy VII in the meantime, also.
I love your Barrett voice.
I know he has been so much fun to voice. I've had a lot of fun voicing a lot of the characters in that game, actually. Wait until the next part comes out and you hear my Don Corneo voice. That's probably gonna be... Well, controller? Thank you.
But so far it's been pretty good.
Cool.
Like, watching you play it, I'm like, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy VII, and then I think about it, and I'm like, no, I really don't. I've got 2 copies of it on 2 different platforms, and I'm like, I'm good. Because what'll happen is I'll start playing it. I'll get all the way to the end, walk into Northern Cave, and just get killed by the first thing I run into. And then it's like, okay, well, I can grind for 30 hours, or I could just not play the game. Like, even when people speedrun it, they're like, okay, now we've been counting steps to manipulate our battles and blah blah blah. This is one of the times we'll know if we're off. Because if we're off on our count, we're instantly gonna die when we run into this monster, and there's nothing we can do about it. And it's like, okay, well, if you guys can't get past it, then I sure as shit can't.
Looks like Spoonie's found something, though. Oh, boy. My, this is a rare visitor, isn't it? Oh, shit.
The Jawas.
Who would have expected a rich nobleman coming through here?
You gonna jump in the water?
Sorry, gentlemen, but I don't have anything you'd be interested in. You liar! What about the shiny thing in your hand? That must be worth a mound of gold in the marketplace. Wait, this is desert fever medicine. It would serve you no purpose. Ah, so it is something valuable. Valuable enough to give your life for it? Oh. Oh. Oh, good going, Spoonie. Oh, great. I didn't do anything. He just jumped right in. Oh, wait, did we actually... Did we actually float along the river all the way down?
Sure.
Where am I? The waterfall must have sent me all the way here. The exit's straight ahead. I hope you're still hanging on, Harley.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what's going on now.
Yeah, I guess I guess we did. Guess we did fall all the way down here. Well, that's convenient.
I instantly remember what was going on.
Those gators are probably going to take a few hits to kill.
They don't care about your love ballads. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Could have been worse.
Yes. Is she in the same house as before?
I think she's at the inn, isn't she?
No, I feel like something like this happened years ago. Come to think of it, you do look awfully familiar. Nope, there she is.
Worth wall break?
You've got the sand pearl. Quickly, shine its light on her.
Remember, viewers, if you get a fever, go grab a shiny rock. Put it on your forehead.
Holly. Harley's exposed to the light of the sand pearl. I think that was you.
Yeah, it was me. I remember. Your Highness.
Holly, thank goodness I made it in time.
My deepest apologies. This is all my fault.
No, Harley, you did nothing wrong.
Instantly don't remember what her accent was. Your Highness. And now he's sick, and we have to go back and get another one.
I hope not.
Wouldn't he still have the stone in his hand, though? Couldn't he just, like, plop it on his forehead? Right?
Right.
Maybe? Your Highness, you're awake.
Luckily, this doesn't look like a case of desert fever to me. Now it's my turn, is it? I apologize for worrying you.
You've gone halfway around the world for me, my lord. Why do you put yourself through this?
You're the one who's pushing yourself too hard here, my lady. You've just recovered from illness yourself, and yet here you are, staying up all night by his side. What?
You promised me you wouldn't tell him.
Harley, you didn't have to do that.
Of course I did. You brought the sand pearl and, it is my duty as your secretary, my lord.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Harley.
Bounce.
Yep, we're good?
Spoonie seems like one of those guys who's like, I'll never love again.
You folks are headed for Bern, aren't you? The ship should be departing pretty soon. You alright? You sure have fully recovered and everything.
Check the menu, make sure we have full health.
You know, something just like this happened here long ago. And what's more, I hear those two have since become King and Queen of Bern. Imagine that. You'd best take good care of that girl, understand?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yes. Yep. It seems we're all good. I think I remember the port was east of here. A new ship's route opened up to the eastern port. Yep, there we go. Receive travelers from around the world thanks to that.
Wasn't there an augment we missed in this village in the first game?
I think I got it in... at least in a later playthrough. Oh, Tella. Anna. Yeah, there's their tombstones. But then this game doesn't use augments.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has the bonds instead. Kind of make up for that.
Kinda, sorta, not really. Oh no, that's some foot tapping music.
You want to go to Baron? Well, you just made it with seconds to spare. All set to go?
Isn't that the same ship captain that had,
All ship captains look the same in this world, I think.
Palom?
Yeah. Off we go then. Raise anchor, men. Alright, sir.
Maybe it's just the same guy.
Maybe it is. I guess he just gets around.
Or it's like a, like you were saying, like a Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny type.
Ah, yes.
That's my sister, Nurse Joy the 43rd.
How are you feeling?
Just fine, my lord. What about you?
I could hardly feel healthier right now. Indeed, healthier than I've been in many years.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just reminiscing about the past a little.
I see.
Is something the matter?
Your Highness, what do you think about the moon? And by the moon, I mean that moon. Because there's two moons in this world. Yep, there you go. They look like the Dunbell monster that's in Dot Hexine. that Jade has never seen. And we should all weep openly for him.
Is that really that same moon? The same moon as before? The Lunarians.
Just like the ridiculousness of that statement. Go outside, look at the moon. Huh, I wonder if that's the same moon that's always been there. If that's a new one. Gold bears. The man in black. The one who took Baron hostage and used it to take the crystals. In the end, he left the planet along with his moon.
You know about that?
So it is true. I simply conducted a little research of my own. Notice the graduation hat.
How much more do you know?
I know of certain theories regarding magic and airships, claiming that they were gifts from the moon, not discoveries made by people here.
Impressive.
But this moon, it looks different to my eyes. It is not the same one as before. Not the one I remember seeing in the past.
I must agree.
And wasn't it like red before?
That was what they said. Oh yeah, I think we saw this scene earlier. Captain, Fabulian ship off our port side. Yeah, where we talked with Yang. Haha, let's show them what we got, my lads. Aye, aye, sir. Fabul? Is that Yang?
The king of Fabul?
Yes. You cannot find a stronger or gentler monarch, nor one half so brave. Yep.
Krillin!
Edward, are you sailing for Baron as well? Yes, that's right.
Their destination is the same as ours?
Indeed. Fabul has picked up on the same signs we have, no doubt. Ah, what a shot of confidence knowing he's on our side.
So something must be afoot in Baron after all.
Yeah, but then they take their little detour.
My lord, Master Yang's ship is falling behind.
What happened to them? Could there be some trouble on board?
What's wrong, my lord? Are you cold? Do you need to snuggle?
No, I'm alright.
Oh, back to that music.
I wonder what happened to that Fabulian ship.
Oh, no, you're a sailor. Go figure it out. Jade.
Okay, Baron. Welcome to the town of Baron. Okay.
Is it really Baron?
Have you seen Sid, the airship engineer? His daughter's worried about him. Yeah, let's go see how Sid's doing. King Edward! My, what a long time it's been. My father hasn't returned from the castle. I hope he's just tinkering with his airship the way he always does. I'm really starting to get worried. I tried visiting the castle, but they weren't too welcoming. Oh, really? Granddad sure is late. Oh, Sid has a grandkid now. How nice. So, are they pointing us towards us having to go through the,
Weapon shop!
Yes, weapon shop first.
It's the first thing you're supposed to do when you go into a new town. Looks like we didn't really need the weapon shop.
Can at least outfit our,
generic soldier guys.
Yeah.
Or guards. Alfred, Batman, and Clarence.
This has quite a bit more.
You're gonna run out of the monies.
Yeah.
Perhaps expensive in this game.
Indeed. Hey, could you move? Can't you see him sunbathing here?
In full dress? Question mark? Really going for that farmer's tan look, you know.
I guess so.
I ain't wearing nothing but these overalls, mm-hmm.
No dancing girl this time, I see. I hope those two moons aren't some kind of sign from the heavens.
They're from the starfish people, it's okay.
Okay, let's first see the castle.
That sounds ominous.
Who goes there?
How rude of you! You fail to recognize King Edward, ruler of Damsion?
Baron what? I'm here to see King Cecil. May we pass?
We wish to speak to His Majesty personally to discuss the reply we received from his messenger.
Very well. You may proceed.
Are they Pokemon?
It sounds like that. What with the...
Baron what? Baron yeah. Baron no.
That might have been just a,
Typo?
Yeah.
Are there any more guards you can talk to? Can we test the theory? No.
I guess not.
Lame.
Oh, I guess everyone's just as talkative.
Can you steal his treasure? Are they blocking the way?
Nope.
Ah, lame. Is he gonna have Grimer, Wormtongue, or whatever? Right? That was his name.
Wormtongue. Yeah. It's been long since we last met, Cecil.
Grima, Wormtongue.
Yeah, I think that's it. It certainly has, Edward. Quite a long time indeed. Is something bothering you, Edward? You can take it easy here. I appreciate your kindness. Come now, Edward. To what do I owe the honor of a visit from the King of Damsion? I have come to speak of the meteor. If that is why you're here, then the answer is the same as the one my emissary gave you. You have nothing to worry about. Please let Baron handle the matter. And why should Baron handle it? Do we have a trust issue here, Edward?
You have a lot more spikes on your armor than last we met.
Yes.
It's usually a bad sign.
Yeah. Of course not. Superb. I'm so glad you understand, Edward. I knew I could count on that. Something the matter? What are your thoughts on that moon, Cecil? What do you think about it? I asked you first. I believe it portends ill times ahead for all of us.
First is the worst, second is the best.
It reminds me too much of past events that haunt us to this day.
Yeah. Knocking stuff over. Oops.
All the more reason, then, that I hope you will allow us to handle the matters concerning the fallen meteor. I see. Baron has a mandate to govern over this land, to keep it at peace.
With spiky armor.
Of course, but if you ever need to consult with me, please do not hesitate to do so. Thank you so much for taking the long journey to my domain, Edward. If you'll excuse me, then.
Your Highness.
One more thing. I could not help but notice that Queen Rose is not with us today. Yes, she's not feeling very well, I'm afraid.
She locked in the tower?
Is that so? That is troubling news. There is no need for alarm. It is nothing life-threatening. Is Prince Theodore doing well? Absolutely. He's out of the castle for training right now. That is good to hear. My wife and I would expect nothing less from our son, after all. Now then, I wish you a safe and pleasant journey home. Yes, my lord.
It's creepy. He just, sat there the whole time. Since they're supposed to be old chums, you know?
Yeah. Just as I remembered. Guards, please present King Edward with the gift we discussed.
They're gonna attack you.
Yes, sir.
Here he comes. Prepare for the stingray!
From the king, your majesty. Received a small box. Well, this is...
It's the box! You're gonna open the door to hell!
This is feeling like a little bit of deja vu again from the original game. What is this, my lord? A token of our friendship and my appreciation of your visit. Please accept it. I appreciate your kindness.
It's just like Actraiser. Or Hellraiser all over again.
In that case, I have also brought a souvenir from Damsion.
Falcon Punch! It'd be hilarious.
Nope, flowers. Flowers. How befitting of you, if I may say so. Is something the matter? Oh, nothing. I'm glad you like them.
They produce a small toxin that rots your brain from the inside without you noticing.
Until we meet again, Edward. Certainly. Do take care.
Did you ever see Hellraiser?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You totally should. I mean, it's completely awful, but you should still see it. It's one of those movies that's like awful, but it's still like good kind of awful.
Ah.
Your Highness, what is the meaning of this?
We're going home.
Your Highness?
Let's go. Okay then.
What? What?
Oh, damn it. Well,
look what happened when you took the box. Sorry.
Edward did seem like he knew something was up, though.
Yeah, but there's not really much you can do in that situation. Surrounded by, you know, the other guy's guards and everything. It's not like he's got Gandalf there to beat some sense into him. You'd not part an old man from his walking stick, would you? That's like one of my favorite scenes in that movie.
Well, that was certainly quick. Ready to go when you are. Shall we shove off?
What? Your Highness, what is the meaning of your behavior in front of King Cecil?
That person was not Cecil.
What?
The real Cecil would have known what my gift really was.
It was poison to rot the brain from the inside. I was right.
I mean this. Edward takes out a Damsion flower.
Because he keeps them up his sleeve?
I guess. Are you sure that was wise?
The voices are coming from the flower! That's her surprise voice.
Shh.
Is it Navi?
There is nothing to worry about. Though he was acting extremely suspicious of me, it appears that he came here personally just to check up on matters. Weaker creatures need to be more cautious. Damsign is a hub of commerce, not of war. Its military is no more than mere ceremony. Seizing it would be a simple matter. Oh, I know it. That's a whisperweed.
It's a two-way radio.
I see. So the fire crystal is ours anytime we wish to take it.
What is this?
It is called whisperweed. You can use it to hear voices and sounds from faraway places. I put a bloom of it into the flower arrangement that I presented to Cecil. Overconfidence is ill-advised. It is not overconfidence. My plan is already underway.
Plan?
The gift Cecil gave us. You must be curious about it.
Of course.
Well, I must disappoint you, for this box can never be opened.
Are you already aware of its contents, Your Highness?
If my hunch is correct...
Yes?
Then this contains a Cornelian signet. It is the very item behind the tragedy that once fell missed by Cecil's unknowing hand.
Your Highness!
Captain, up ahead! Oh, what's that?
My lord!
Did Yang's ship run into that? Oh no! Leviathan.
I was gonna say Kraken, but yeah. Oh, that's big. I wasn't expecting it to be that big. That's what she said. Wink! Jade gets all the ladies.
Right.
Don't click a button yet.
Alright.
Edward looks like... Not Edward, but Cecil looks like a zombie in the background there, doesn't he?
Well, I guess that's not too inappropriate.
Like, his face was a weird color and stuff. Kane's Tail!
Yes! We unlock Kane's story now, which, I guess our timing's good, so we'll tackle that one next time.
Yes, Kane. Bye.
Later, guys.
I'm playing a game.